Hey, today I want to talk about something that happened today, and it kind of taught me, or actually emphasized the fact that um, the first step is often the hardest. Um, so today I had a pretty long day at work. Actually, it's always quite long, and I had jujitsu um, shortly after work ended, and I just kept contemplating: should I go? Should I not? Should I go? Should I not? And I was just feeling really exhausted because much of my work is on the computer screen, and I just felt kind of fatigued. My eyes were not only fatigued, but also just my body was feeling pretty worn out. Um, until the very last moment, I just kept contemplating, should I go or should I not? So since I wear glasses, obviously for jiu-jitsu I can't wear that, so I wear contact lenses. So what happened was I put on my contacts. This is while I was contemplating, and I felt less resistance. Then I filled up my water bottles, put that in my bag. Felt even less resistance about going to jiu-jitsu. Got in the car, drove to jiu-jitsu, which is not a long drive. Um, when getting off the car and walking into the jiu-jitsu academy, I still felt a bit of resistance, but it was no longer that strong tug that was kind of that I felt in my house. Um, Funny thing is, then I was at the changing room, changing into my gi and my uniform, and there was another guy I was chatting with, and he said, "Are you gonna go for the class that's after this?" And I said, "I'm not too sure." In my head, I'm just thinking, I just want to be able to go to this class because of that so much resistance that I had. But I just said, "Oh, I'm not too sure. I'll see how it goes." I said, "What about you?" I said, "Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit fatigued." So it seems like he was almost going through the same thing as me. I step on the mats, and as soon as I step on the mats, I was also sleepy. I was also sleepy. As soon as I step on those mats and I start doing the drills and everything, listening to coach and everything, the sleepiness goes away. I just have the blood pumping through my body. I'm excited to meet people. We get to rolling. Um, exhaustion goes away. I'm no longer even tired. It's almost strange. All the times that I feel tired and exhausted, as soon as I'm doing a workout, all of that goes away, and that was no different on the mat. This is a 1 hour session, so I was thinking to myself before I even set on the mat, I was like, I just really hope I can even do this session. 50 minutes into the session, me and the same guy we met, who we were talking in the locker room, and both of us were saying, "Oh, we're not too sure. Should we attend the next one?" Um, we end up rolling with each other, and he says, "Are you going to attend the next session?" I said, "Yeah, I'm going to attend the next session." And I said, "What about you?" He said, "Yeah, me too." So it seems like we were both going through the same thing, and basically, as soon as we got to rolling, we loved it so much that it wasn't like, "Oh, I can't even do this session." We were both thinking, "Okay, let's do the next session." So what happened was we finished a 1 hour session, and both of us stayed on for another 1.5 hours on top of that. And both of us obviously enjoyed it thoroughly. Um, and I think at the end of the second session, so we did 2.5 hours of jiu-jitsu non-stop. And at the end of the second session, both of us just kind of smiled at each other and winked, nodded, and we just kind of acknowledged that, like, look at this. Like, oftentimes the first step, this really taught me, and this is something I knew, but um, this really brought the whole idea home where I realized oftentimes the hardest thing is the first step. And once we just battle that inner resistance for the first step, things get easier. As soon as I stepped on that mat, I was happy to do not only this session, but the next session. I ended up doing 2.5 hours. So if you're in a situation where you have that inner resistance, just know that it's probably normal. Actually, it's very normal to have that inner resistance. But if you just push through that small uh, inner resistance for the first step, likelihood is that you basically build that momentum of motivation to want to do the rest of the thing, and that will actually carry you forward for the rest of the task at hand. Um, and today's occurrence was perfect testament to this. Um, Long story short, the first step is the hardest. So when you have that inner struggle, just push through that first step, and oftentimes you'll have that motivation to keep you going. Yeah, so I hope that this video was insightful for you. I didn't have any notes I was referring to, so I just thought I'd just kind of say what's on my mind and just kind of say it as it comes, as the thoughts come to my mind. But yeah, I hope this was insightful, and as always, no matter how slow your pace may be, keep moving forward. Till next time, thank you.